Hello and welcome to In the Know, the show that puts you in the know from the comfort of your own home. My name's Kaylee Hughes, and on today's show we'll be looking into sustainable and eco-living. So what is sustainability, I hear you ask? Sustainability is the process of maintaining change in a balanced environment. Despite the popularity of the word, is it possible that we'll ever achieve environmental sustainability? It continues to be questioned. Curious to know more, I headed to Cardiff's Bute Park to see what people thought about maintaining this place of natural beauty. Do you think it's important that people pick up their rubbish if they're visiting a park?
Oh, most certainly, yes. Yeah.
Yes.
It's crazy, isn't it? There's so much litter around here sometimes.
Yeah, it's not really that difficult to pick it up, especially that you've got bins everywhere, so it's not really that difficult to pick it up and just put it where it should be. So yeah, definitely.
Would it surprise you to know that in the UK alone, per household, we all make 1 tonne of waste?
Not really, no.
Yeah, because there's quite a lot of waste in this park. Are you a regular visitor?
No, it's my first time here.
Oh, brilliant. Well, I hope that you find a bit of natural beauty in here and not just rubbish all over the floor. Do you think it's important that people pick up their litter when they come to Bute Park?
Yes, I do. I think they should pick up their litter everywhere, really, not just in a park, everywhere around the city. And I think it's strange that they wouldn't, because if you wanna see a clean, beautiful environment, then you kind of want to start picking up and looking after your space.
No, it really irritates me when I see people standing in front of a bin and just putting the thing next to the bin, not in the bin. So, yeah.
Creating that much waste per household sure is putting a strain on good old Mother Earth and ruining places of natural beauty just like Bute Park. But what if we all just made a few easy changes in our day-to-day lives to reduce our waste? I believe many students think it's super expensive to live an eco-friendly lifestyle, but there are plenty of alternatives to benefit your bank account and the environment. So I went for a chat with Cardiff Met's Environmental Officer Liv Bennett and had a good old chinwag about student engagement and all things sustainable. So Liv, what does your role entail as Environmental Officer?
So my role is to basically try to increase student engagement in sustainable issues and like the sustainable things we're doing around the university. So we've got a project manager who's employed by the university as well, and so my job is to try and get more students and staff involved with the campaigns that she's starting or that we can start together as a collaboration.
Amazing. So is there any campaigns going on at the moment which you could tell us about or just past that you'd like to talk about?
So we've just had Go Green Week. So we had stalls for like book and clothes swaps, examples of like plastic-free alternatives to your everyday kind of items as well.
Amazing. So picking up on the plastic-free swaps factor, as a student and as a student yourself, I know a lot of people think it's really expensive to try and go plastic-free, which I don't think is the case. What kind of swaps would you encourage for, day-to-day life as students to try and make a more environmentally friendly kind of day-to-day?
Personally, I think an eco egg is really good. Instead of laundry detergent, it's something that not many people really think about. But obviously saves you buying the bottles, because it's just like a little, looks like an egg that's filled with detergent balls that you put in your washing machine, and it can last you all year instead of buying a ridiculous number of bottles of detergent. We advocate using bamboo toothbrushes as well that can be composted. Things like beeswax wraps or soy wax wraps instead of cling film or tin foil. Menstrual cups and period pants as well, which engagement is 50-50 on those. Some people think they're such a good idea, and some guys are really like, yeah, I'm going to get my girlfriend to try this.
I can imagine, because it's obviously like talking about periods and that side of the sustainability. Obviously it creates a massive waste for women every month if you're using your standard tampons and pads and that kind of thing, which is completely fine, but with stuff going on at the moment it's really easy to make those switches, and it's nice to hear that guys are up for that as well. I really like that guy positivity. Sustainability is for everyone, which is really nice. So I know that you're from Devon, and you said that's a really sustainable community that you've got going on, so could you tell me a little bit about that?
We were always quite a conscious community because we have so much interaction with the sea itself, so we can really see when there's plastic bottles and fishing net and nurdles and stuff washed up on the coastline. I think a lot of people, I've noticed since moving to a city, that people don't realise as much about the pollution because it's not in their playground, whereas I'd say that pollution is on the beach, in the sea, like that's my playground, that's my home, and people don't realise it's there if it's not where they're trying to play.
Is there anywhere that people could find you if they want to know more?
Yeah, you can find me on Instagram, but our student union is on Instagram, Facebook, or the social media platforms. Sorry.
No, that's completely fine. Thank you so much. I loved talking to Liv and was inspired on how simple it is to make those easy switches. I took a visit to Cardiff's Ripple Living, a zero waste shop on Albany Road. You can take your empty containers and fill up on food, pick up toiletries without packaging and so much more, all of which doesn't cost you an arm and a leg. I picked up this bamboo toothbrush to save on the plastic that I produce, and I also picked up this menstrual cup. With the average woman menstruating 450 times, the total cost of a period during a female's lifetime works out at a whopping £18,450. And every day here in the UK, 2.5 million tampons, 1.4 million sanitary towels and 700,000 pads and liners are flushed down our toilets. This bad boy cost me £19.99 and will last me a good few years. But my main problem when trying to reduce my waste was buying new clothes. So I went to Cardiff's vintage shop Flamingos and I had a chat about the realities of fast fashion. Society is consuming fashion quicker than ever before. Sometimes designs are made and can be pushed out within a week by big companies, and this monster is what we call fast fashion. Websites and clothing brands that are a little bit more mainstream make lots of clothes with cheap labour, so you constantly feel like you need to be buying new clothes all the time. That kind of deep feeling of looking in your wardrobe and thinking, I have nothing to wear or I'm not quite on trend, and how accessible it is to just go online and see, oh, new trend this week, and it gets delivered to your door in plastic and more plastic. So this monster is the fast fashion. So I'm going to talk to you today about 5 reasons why fast fashion is bad and how to shop vintage and find the love for reworked clothes. 80 billion pieces of clothing are consumed globally each year. There are just over 7 billion of us. We are consuming more than we can take. The wages of workers in garment factories can be as low as $1 to $3 a day. Clothes made from polyester can take up to 200 years to break down. Approximately 7,000 litres of water are needed to produce 1 pair of jeans. That's the amount of water one individual drinks in 5 to 6 years. So when you get the urge to scroll for something new, why not come visit a vintage shop or a charity shop to see if you can regain your love for vintage and reworked clothing. So I'm at Flamingos Vintage in Cardiff today, and I'm going to have a little walk around the shop to see what I can find. So if ever you're in Cardiff, there are plenty of charity shops to go have a look at, but be sure to come and have a look at Flamingos in the Capital Centre. If you'd like to know more about living sustainably, there are so many great resources available. Use the internet, social media and online news articles to really get to grips with what's going on with our planet. Small changes from a lot of us will really make the world of difference. I've been Kaylee Hughes, and now you're in the know. Goodbye for now.